Hello and welcome to a new season of Travel Oz. Ahead, some exceptional experiences and destinations, starting with the Antarctic. I always feel like I'm visiting another world whenever I go. Awesome scenery and unique wildlife. So that's our first episode, the Antarctic, and a shipload of Aussies sailing there. Smiling Susan Elliott will be joining them. In this episode, exhilarating experiences amongst the icebergs, taking to a kayak to get even closer, and for the truly brave, jumping into that freezing water, all the time surrounded by awesome scenery and getting ever so close to the wildlife. So that's our first episode, the Antarctic, and a shipload of Aussies sailing there. Sailing with them, smiling Susan Elliott.
Yes, Greg, I'm a modern-day Antarctic explorer heading to the bottom of the world with Team Adventures and about 70 other Australians, super keen to see the big white.
So this is where we're heading, the frozen southern land. Our Team Adventures expedition to the Antarctic Peninsula leaves from the colourful port of Ushuaia, the most southern city in Tierra del Fuego, Argentina.
But to get to the Antarctic, you have to face this challenge, the Drake Passage, one of the most treacherous waterways in the world where the Atlantic, Pacific and Southern Oceans meet. 3 waterways collide, and depending on the conditions, the crossing is known as either the Drake Lake or the Drake Shake. Today, we've got Lake. I wouldn't like to see Shake.
With Ushuaia in our wake, the 7th continent lies 3 nights and 2 days ahead. Our 80 Aussies on board are being guided by the expedition leader, Ida Olsen from Sweden.
Ida, you've been to many cold places. How does Antarctica rate?
Definitely on the top list. And I love the cold.
What do you love about the Antarctic?
I think it's definitely the vast nature, the white pureness, the untouched nature. That is what really grabs me, I would say.
Ida's been to Antarctica more than 80 times.
You also, on this particular expedition, have a lot of Australians. Why do Australians love this place so much?
I think it is why do Australians love this place is probably because it's so different from their own native land as well. And coming also in the southern part, that is easier also maybe to fly here than up to the Arctic. And this is then the best way to explore something so rare and different.
Seabirds are our escorts, albatrosses, petrels, terns and gulls, barely flapping a feather, just winging the breeze and flirting with the tips of waves. On the 3rd morning, we wake to a new continent.
This is just a place of dreams. It's a movie, it's a documentary, but it's real. And to be here is really what warms the heart, even though it's freezing. Just absolutely magical, and I can't believe I'm here. Just can't believe it.
Certainly, the big contingents of Aussies on board this Shimu Expeditions cruise are impressed.
Wow, it's white, it's big, it's cold, it's amazing.
It's unseen, it's frontier land, so I thought yes, and it just happened to be my 7th continent that it's the final continent that I haven't been to.
Aussies in the Antarctic, next going ashore on the Antarctic Peninsula with so much wildlife. We're exploring the northern tip of the Antarctic Peninsula. It's early in the season, so the ocean's thick with ice. Giant bergs rock and roll in a gentle swell. Breakaway bits called growlers, the size of cars, drift in currents of brash ice. And we hear the thunder of avalanches and the carving of new icebergs. Now, if you're heading to the Antarctic, there's one thing you need to know about shipping. There are cruise ships and expedition ships. Chimu Adventures are all about expeditions.
Yeah, so a normal cruise ship, they usually have a set itinerary. They go from port to port. They're having their daily program in the same way, always, trip after trip. But an expedition, that is not like that.
A shore landing? Sure thing! The skipper has nosed the Sea Venture hard onto the ice bow first. This will allow passengers to disembark onto firm sea ice to explore ashore. It's Ida's job to work out where to go each day if we can make a shore landing and what there is to see and do.
And that's what really makes this expedition. You have to have the flexibility, the patience, but also want to have the adventure and wanting to explore. That's how you get the best trip down here.
The best part of an expedition ship is getting off it, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. Every day there's the opportunity to get on a Zodiac and land ashore, explore the continent by foot.
These rigid inflatable boats are stable, comfortable and a solid platform for viewing, photography and just cruising the seas. But before we set foot on land, New Zealand mountain guide Dave Henley has ensured it's safe.
But my specialty was ice safety guide or snow safety guide, so looking at when we're making landings, assessing dangers of crevasses and avalanche and that sort of thing, and helping people move in that environment safely. So that was really fun, and it's incredible from a mountaineer's perspective. I'm a mountain guide back home, like the landscape's out of this world. There's glaciers pouring out of each peninsula, and yeah, it's incredible.
Come on, we've waited long enough. It's penguin time. Meet the Gen 2s of Peterman Island. There's a colony of about 3,000 pairs and a smaller number of Adelie penguins. Shags, petrels and skuas also live here.
Everything just goes about their business, and so it's a real privilege to be able to observe them without disrupting their natural behavior. More specifically, I spent many years working in the Arctic, which I also love. And so it was a real revelation to come down here and be somewhere where the wildlife is not afraid of us.
As isolated as we are, there are still rules down here. You have to keep your distance, make sure you stay off the penguin highways, and then everyone's happy. The peninsula is also home to chin-strap penguins, easy to spot because they look like they're wearing helmets. They honk, bray and stomp about flapping their wings. Skuas watch on unimpressed, and elephant seals throw their weight around in a never-ending wrestling match. Then there's the wriggling to get comfy. Out on deck, there's always a moment to treasure.
Look at those albatrosses.
Their wingspan can reach up to 3.5 metres, meaning they're highly efficient in the air and capable of staying at sea for years without touching land. In Antarctica, seabirds are always in sight, and keen photographers are port, starboard, bow and stern, capturing every magical moment. And what about whales? You don't have to linger long to see them. Humpback whales are my favourite, gently arching through the icy waters before deep diving for krill, which is in abundance. And penguins are active across the surface of the water. Icebergs are dotted with seals, lounging like celebrities at a 5-star resort. Now there's a very skillful navigator on the bridge guiding our ship through this wonderful waterway, Captain Jacobus Walters.
So, I mean, for expedition cruise liners, it is not your normal cruise ships. It is not for entertainment on board. Our entertainment is outside and the places that we take people.
So you've spent a bit of time in the Antarctic.
Yes.
What do you love about it?
Well, the challenges that it presents and also the nature. It is not everybody that gets the opportunity to come down to Antarctica and experience the freedom down here. It's a place where navigation is still done in the old school way. Your charts are not that, it's not well charted, so you have to use a lot of techniques. And that to me presents like challenges, and I just enjoy the old way of sailing. As long as you respect the nature and you don't try and fight it, you'll always be okay.
Aussies everywhere. There's an international crew on board, but it is loaded with Aussies. Alana, the expedition coordinator, is from Victoria.
I was working the Kimberley and the Great Barrier Reef on other expedition ships, working as a snorkel guide and a Zodiac driver and naturalist on board, and never thought that I would be working in the polar regions, being polar opposite. But here I am, and I can't believe it. It changed my life like everyone else that gets to experience this beautiful part of the world.
Temperature change as well.
Absolutely.
How do you go with that?
Oh, it's a big adjustment, coming from Western Australia, but absolutely amazing. I mean, nothing a coat won't fix.
So I'm actually from a place called Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia, and I am an ecologist by trade.
Emily runs the ship's citizen science program, where passengers observe birds, whales, seawater, even clouds, then upload the precious data.
So it's really important to me that we have citizen science on board and that we are able to make that difference down here in these places in involving people in simple methodologies that they can do to help polar scientists. I'm a bit of a sook when it comes to the cold, but I'll put up with it when it comes to travelling down to Antarctica.
Oh, so freezing cold out here, but to warm your heart, let's go kayaking. You're so close to the surface of the water in these kayaks, so very close to icebergs and penguins. Today we paddle off the Sea Venture for 2 hours. Out here, away from Chimu's expedition ship, we have just the sounds of silence. No humming engines or the buzz of other passengers, just the peace and serenity of this awesome place. These are indeed marvellous moments to meditate and contemplate. Every crew member has a story, and while it's often joked that Eskimos have hundreds of words for snow, I have just as many to describe the exquisite shapes and colours of icebergs. The blues and whites are brilliant, blinding. Captain Walters knows every shade.
Of course, ice is your biggest danger down here, and also knowing the limits to your ships. So every ship has got a different ice class. So of course you need to take that in mind when you are sailing through the ice. Seeing also it's knowing the ice and getting to know the ice and what color it is. It represents the hardness, and the more harder it is, of course, the less of the ice you can take on the hull. So you need to have a lot of experience down there.
We're travelling on, this time to Spurt Island. It's made up of volcanic outcrops. They're rocky formations known to be where icebergs smash themselves to smithereens, which is why they say icebergs come here to die. I'm very much alive today as we power through a rock cave.
Yes, Peachy!
Our day ends with a barbecue. We all gather on the back deck to enjoy a freshly cooked meal in stunning surrounds, with this Antarctic summer day clear and brisk. It's our entree to one of the most beautiful ocean passages on the planet, the Lemaire Channel. Ida's been here many times, but never tires of its majesty.
Many people wonder, why would you want to go to something cold and icy as Antarctica? What is it to do there? But when they're coming back from here, they know it and they have it in their heart for always. And that's what I love to see.
Today, the water is calm, allowing the crew to offer a truly icy experience. We're invited to take a plunge into these freezing waters. The polar plunge is an Antarctic tradition, and peer pressure is a powerful force. So many others are lining up for the ice plunge. You can tell by their smiles. It's an experience they'll be bragging about for a long time. Another daily highlight are the Zodiac excursions. These take us to shore where we're told to tread lightly. In doing so, we're rewarded with scenes like this, penguins nesting on the bones of whales. Back on board, we're entertained by Australian singer-songwriter Deborah Conway and her husband Willie Zigger.
It's only the beginning. I've already got it last night. I feel
How cool to hear Australian music in a theatre towered by Antarctic mountains.
I don't think you should refer to it as the bottom of the world. I felt on top of the world at the bottom of the world, so it was an amazing place, really.
Quite surreal. It's just an extraordinary landscape to wake up one morning and see the world turned solid. We were just pinching ourselves
I didn't
to see it.
expect the emotional response to the landscape. It was really extraordinary.
Our next entertainer is Dave, our mountaineer. Not only can he use an ice pick, he can pick his way around a guitar too. Our time in the Antarctic is drawing to a close. We've had a wonderful time on a true expedition vessel known for having the highest ice rating and superb stabilisation. In the future, Chimu Adventures would love to invite guests to explore on the Sea Venture and the Ocean Nova, operated by Chimu's operating partner, Polar Latitudes. Check out the Sea Venture's luxury cabins, beautifully appointed with a private balcony to savour the scenery and silence alone. We're homeward bound. The Drake Passage is turning on calm seas once more as we pass close to Cape Horn, a peninsula that's claimed hundreds of ships and many lives. Just to have walked on the seventh continent is something our travellers have absolutely loved.
Because many people, when they hear something, they maybe don't listen always, but when they see what's going on and they're a part of something like this, that's when it really goes to your heart and they want to make a change.
Oh, there's so much to love about her, Susan. I think when it comes to travelling to a place like Antarctica, she really is the engine room of the world. You get to experience that volatile weather while you're down here and that absolute beauty in a place that has the largest seasonal change on the planet.
It's quite hard to put into words, really. It's a life-changing experience. It changes everyone's life coming down here. Yeah, it's a very humbling place, and I think people leave with lots of appreciation, but inspiration to protect our planet more, seeing this beautiful, icy, vast landscape.
I think, Susan, at the end of the day, it is much easier to care about a place if you've had some experience with that place. By being here, you form a different relationship and a respect for it. I don't think it's being abused, and the most important thing is actually what you take home as respectful about it.
As long as the Antarctic Treaty's in place and this continent is dedicated to science and peace and collaboration between the different scientists, then it's really could potentially be a model for the world.
Like every other Aussie on this expedition, I'm a lifetime ambassador for this precious place. Antarctica really does change you. To visit Antarctica is an extraordinary experience. To set foot on land, an absolute privilege. To journey to the bottom of the planet will leave you feeling top of the world for a very long time.
I do hope you've enjoyed that slice of the Antarctic with Susan Elliott. Ahead, some stunning destinations and experiences. To Adelaide to meet two lovable new creatures. To Bowen on the central Queensland coast, discovering why this is called the Jewel of the Whitsundays. To Lura in the Blue Mountains to meet the characters of new markets. To Daylesford, heart of Victoria's spa country. And over to Sydney's Darling Harbour for a rowdy dragon boat contest. I do hope you've enjoyed those adventures. If you'd like to keep up with all our experiences, follow us on our social media sites, Instagram, YouTube and Facebook. In the meantime, happy travels.